Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian in Norfolk, Virginia, where we are covering NATO Allied Command Transformation's Chiefs of Transformation Conference, an annual gathering of transformation leaders from across the alliance. And we are talking to Dan McMahon of Blue Canopy and Stan Dushko of Centrifuge. Dan, I want to start with you. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are offering here, particularly in this sort of like highly innovative forum. What were you guys focusing and are able to achieve with your system here?
Sure. Blue Canopy, we're a system integrator that develops big data analytic environments. We are low cost, scalable, system agnostic, and we feel that our tool set provides the end user much flexibility with COT solutions and can be used in their own hardware or in a cloud environment. We've teamed with Centrifuge for a link analysis tool set on top of our data stack, and we're here together to demonstrate to the NATO nations and partner nations who attended our capabilities.
Stan?
As just to carry that conversation on, we are the visualization end of the Blue Canopy repository and data lake that they create. We take their data and make it look pretty. We take the data, we create visualizations, our visualizations talk to each other. So you can take, for example, a bar chart and have it communicate with our link analysis or have it communicate with our geo and back and forth.
And who doesn't like beautiful data at the end of the day, really? So, Dan, what are some of the specific applications, right? You said sort of, what you guys roughly do, but what are some of the specific applications, for example, that you have running over here?
So, for example, the law enforcement community could use our analytics tool set. We have a presence in DHS, the intelligence community for sure, and NATO as a multinational organization. Imagine they're streaming data coming in from 28 nations, potentially in 20 plus languages. They need an integrator that can ingest that information and present it in a unified layer that's accessible to all their users.
And what are some of the other applications that you guys, or who are some of the other partners you guys are working with?
Our biggest customers are the intelligence community, and a lot of the commercial, like pharmaceuticals, the financial companies also use our technology. Everybody wants to see their data visually. It's pretty hard to consume let's say a spreadsheet.
You mean you're telling me the dot matrix printouts are no longer in vogue?
I would say that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, find those punch cards, people, and let's go back to old school stuff. In terms of growth, Dan, you guys, really are in some respects in the valley of death, right? I mean, you guys went through that phase. Talk to us a little bit about what it's like to go through this phase, go through the process, and what are some of the lessons and what are some of the advice that you would give to people in the Pentagon who are trying to attract guys like you to do business with them? What are the things that they've got to do to make this environment more attractive for folks like you to actually get into the business, but then also to succeed?
Thank you. That's a great question. The small business environment is favorable when you're a small business, but once you graduate, there is no medium-sized business designation that allows you any favorable status for procurements. We're in there competing now against the Norfolk Grummans, the Lockheed Martins, the large businesses. We're considered a large business, even though we're 450 employees. It's a mid-sized business. So the challenge that we have is to get through this valley of death, to offer solutions that are unique and discriminate ourselves from the competition, which, as you know, is large and gobbling up their own competition as we speak.
From your guys' standpoint?
I would ditto what Dan said. I mean, it's tough, but I think if they understand their data, they know what they're doing with the data, it's pretty easy for us to take clean data and present it to them. Very easy to understand.
Do you think, from your standpoint, what's the view of the innovation initiative? And as the incoming administration looks at its defense plans, what do you think are some of the things that they should bear in mind?
Innovation does not just happen in Silicon Valley. Innovation is happening here in Washington, D.C., in the defense sector. The government must take advantage of that. We have to be able to present it to them in a cost-effective manner. Budgets are tight. That's not going to change. So industry and government have to partner together to develop innovative solutions at a competitive cost, let's say, where it's a win-win for both sides.
Gentlemen, thanks very much and very best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.